Hello, everybody. This is Connie with the Artisan Company. Welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness, it has been such a beautiful 2 days here. It's been sunny, like in the upper 60s, low 70s. So I've been out working in my flower beds, cleaning everything out, getting it ready, planting a few flowers that need to get a little start on them. So anyway, I was just out there and all the beautiful purples and yellows and pinks and my eyes, it's just like an eye candy. So anyway, it triggered me to think about this piece of jewelry we're going to do today. So I'm excited about it. But first, McCall, my friend McCall up in Canada, my jeweler friend up there, thank you so much for buying me a coffee. Oh my goodness, maybe one day we'll be able to have one in person. But I want to give a shout out to you for such your just your friendship and your support and yeah, and what an amazing woman. She's an animal rescue person. So, yay, McCall. Hope you're having a good day up in Canada. Hope it's not too cold. So, anyway, let's get started on this project. Well, today we are going to do a sea sediment imperial jasper stone necklace. This is a no-brainer. You can do this with your eyes closed, but it's the color that's just so beautiful. So I bought these imperial jasper. Basically comes out of Guadalajara, Mexico, mainly around the San Cristobal area, and there's all different types of and colors of imperial jasper just naturally, and they also enhance colors on some of them. But it's such a beautiful stone. I think I did another necklace in imperial jasper a few weeks ago, but it was in the green color. And I know that's Marcia's favorite over at my treasure hunt and jars to jewel. She loves the greens, and I always think about Marcia when I um, do anything in green. But anyway, today we're doing a purpley turquoise color sea sediment imperial jasper. I bought these on Amazon. Okay, I just I think I was on ABC Gems maybe. But I saw this and I thought, whoa, that's just funky and fun. It's a turquoise color with blue color with some purple in it. And if you'll look real close, you'll see some brown matrix in there too. And I thought, ooh, purple and brown, turquoise and brown, it's a no brainer. These are an 8 millimeter. And I got these on Amazon. So we're going to be using some of those. Then I've got this right here is a 6 by 4 millimeter magnesite stone saucer bead. It kind of looks like a little flying saucer, but it's a 6 by 4. I bought these on Fire Mountain in their clearance section, but they carry magnesite, uh, regularly. But you could also find magnesite online at other places too. Very common stone now being used. It can be dyed in an array of colors. And I just happened to have these little turquoise ones, and I thought, let me pull those out. Then I've got some 8 millimeter wood beads, and this is a dark brown color, a wood bead. I'm trying to remember where I got these. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to remember. I cannot remember where I got these. However, wood beads you can pick up anywhere. Walmart carries them. Uh, Fire Mountain carries them. Etsy, eBay, most most any kind of gem place is going to have some wood beads. But these are 8 millimeter. They're not perfectly round, but they're kind of donut shaped a little bit. So you'll need some of those. And then I've got an 11.0 seed bead in a silver lined purple right here. It's kind of a, now it's not the same color purple as this. It has more brown in it than this. This has more blue in it, and this has more brown. So I went with this color of purple. It's kind of an amethyst. I think they called it amethyst. I got it on Fire Mountain. 11.0 silver lined purple beads. Then I've got a 6 millimeter bead cap And this bead cap is not solid. It's kind of a flower bead cap with some cutouts on the sides. And I decided to use that instead of a solid bead cap because I just wanted a little bit of light and I didn't want a whole lot of my bead covered up that I'm going to use it around. Okay. And then obviously a crimp cover, or however you're going to choose to finish your necklace off. There's a myriad of ways, so just pick your one you love the most. And then obviously a clasp. And I got this little clasp because I thought it was just kind of fun. It's just kind of an unusual little guy. You can see it's kind of got a little square decorative piece right there. And I thought, oh, that's just fun. I'm going to use that. I think I bought these at Joann's, I believe is where I got these. Okay. And then obviously AccuFlex beading wire, medium strand, medium 49 strand. Okay, let's get our heads around it and let's get started. All right, so we're going to do another grouping type pattern. It's alternating and then a group, alternating and then a group of how we're going to go with this. And I'm going to start with groups of 3 and possibly graduate out to groups of 2. We'll see as I'm going, but that's a design choice and you can do what you would like. So I think we're just going to start with the middle, where I always like to start in the middle uh, on a lot of things, because that way I can decide, how far I want to go with the patterns of 3 and see if I want to break into patterns of 2 or not. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to we're going to do 3 of the Imperial Jasper, and then we're going to do one of these, another one of these, and then back into the Imperial Jasper. That's the stone pattern. 3 of these, one of these, one of these, and another one of these, and back into 3 of those. In the meantime, we're going to, in between each one of these, we're going to put one of these. Okay, so let's get started with that. Let me get my eyes down here so I can see. Turn the camera here. These little 11.0s. Another one of these. If I can find the hole. And the reason why I chose the silver lined purple, and that's just a design choice, is it does bring a little bit of light into the darkness of the purples on here. Just a little bit of light to shine there. Oops, got one too many. Okay, so this is your first section. You got those 3 with the little seed bead in between. The next thing you will do is you're going to put on a saucer bead. Here's where your bead cap comes in. You're going to only cap the wood beads because they're so dark, and I wanted to lighten them up just a little bit and give just a little bit of a diversion right there in the middle. And then you got this little guy. All right, so it should look like that. You're just going to bring it right up next to each other right there. Okay, so the whole pattern so far looks like this. Here's where we are. Now I'm going to pick up right here with the little seed bead right there and 3 more of the Imperial Jaspers. All right. It's so funny. You'd think, with these 8mm beads, you could see the hole real easy. But because of the pattern on it, you're like going, what the heck? It plays tricks on your eyes when you're trying to do it. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, and then we're going to go to the saucer, one of the bead caps, one of the browns, and I love the brown with this turquoise and purple. Oh my goodness. It kind of brings out that little sliver of brown matrix that's in the stone. I just love it. I think found these at ABC Beads, but it was on Amazon. If you put in sea sediment jasper on Amazon, you're probably going to get a plethora of colors. So you won't just be getting one color, you'll be getting a plethora of colors. All right, I'm going to do one more of these and then we'll look at our whole pattern. I love a little 11.0 seed beads, but sometimes they are a little tricky. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. My little thing keeps moving around. All right, so this is what it looks like at this juncture. Is that not gorgeous? Oh my goodness. It's just stunning. I got a little hair, hair right there. Let me get that back up there. All right. I dropped a bead. But anyway, there's the pattern that we're going. This is just one side right here. And let me put this bead back on. I'm going to bead this other side over here, and then we'll decide if we're going to go to twos or not. It is a design decision, so we'll just see. I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, so here's where we are on the project. I went ahead and did this side. This is the center right here on the necklace. Okay, and remember, what is my key thing? Check and check often, because when you're working with little tiny seed beads like this and you're only capping certain things and doing threes here and twos here, if you don't check and check often, you can easily miss a bead and then you have to go back and start all over. And we don't want to do that. So, so what I do is I find the center here, which is here, and then I line everything up like this. It's very, very easy to check that way. And then you start down here on your bottom and you just take something or your eye or finger or whatever and just easily go like this. And you'll see in a heartbeat if you miss something. Okay, so I went to the two, instead of doing three, I went to two up here. Now, and this is a design choice. So there is no right or wrong. Okay, I'm checking my twos while I'm going here. Okay, there's no right or wrong to this. You can do it however you want to do it. You can do all three patterns all the way up, or you can do four if you want to switch and do 4 or 5 sections. It's just your call. It is a design decision. So design decision. Blah, 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 blah. Say that 3 times real fast. Anyway, so there is no right or wrong. This is just an idea. Um, so now, by going to two instead of three of the sea sediment Imperial Jasper, I started with the threes. Then I went to twos. Now, what that did was it made a more highly concentrated turquoise look. As you're going up, you can see the turquoise pops more as it's coming up, um, because you have less of the purple for it to compete with. And also the brown is not, it doesn't stand out any more than it does down here. But the turquoise does, and that's because it doesn't have all the purples to compete with like it did down here. So I went ahead and went to twos all the way up. Let's do a few of these and we'll finish up here real quick. All right. It just started raining outside. I had my windows all open, the cats were outside, and we've got 1 or 2 cats that one drop of rain sends them into orbit. Oh my gosh. And then I had a cat for many, many years that loved water. She would get in the shower with me every single time. It's like, animals, they're so funny. I just love them though. They're such a joy to my heart. All right, we're going to start the two pattern right here. Get on there, little bead. Nose is itching. The two pattern of the sea sediment Imperial Jasper. There's the little hole right there. All right. And having them lined up like this too, when you change the pattern, it helps you to see immediately right here that you've done it right. So this is another easy way to check your work as you're going. There's nothing worse than getting something done and you're going, why is this not hanging right? And then you realize you left something out. Just makes you want to bite nails when that happens. Boy, this is going to be really beautiful and colorful for spring. Oh my goodness. All right, we're on our way out. Okay, we'll finish this and I'll be back. Okay, we're on the tail end of this project. I went ahead and did both sides just to expedite time and went ahead and put on half the clasp. So you can see how the concentration of turquoise is subtle, but you can see it as it's going in. And the reason why it's not like jumping out at you is because the sea sediment Jasper also has the turquoise in it, so it just becomes more turquoise as it's going up color. So I love it. All right, so I shook out the excess to make sure I didn't have any gaps in my beads, but yet it's has enough suppleness to it that it will turn. All right, so let's get this clasp going here. Put on my crimp, then my clasp, and then run the wire back through the crimp. Grab that little thing right there. Ah, no, 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 don't pull out, don't pull out. Hold on, boys. Hold on, boys. Ah. All right, let's try this again. Just didn't catch it when it came through. All right, and then I'm going to pull that down right there. Make sure you leave enough room on that end that your clasp can breathe. And also, I haven't used these, but a lot of people like Marcia over at Jars to Jewels said she loves those little wire covers that go on right here. She loves them. I've never used them. I'll probably try them sometime in the future, but it's just something else to enhance the wire and make it stronger so you have less wear. But anyway, it would go on right there if you were going to do it. All right, so but an easy way to keep your wire from wearing is to make sure you have enough room in there to let this clasp breathe. All right, let's crimp this thing down. Make sure I get it in the little hole there. All right, turn it. Fold it. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm gonna run this wire back through. I don't want to take the time to show you all that because it just takes time. So I'll run this through and I'll be right back. All right, let's put this little crimp cover on and we will be ready to go. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, this is so cute. I made this about a 17-inch. It's not real long. Let me close this up very slowly. Not too fast. Don't get in a hurry. They have little tools too that'll close a crimp cover for you. But I've done it so long that I'm pretty good at it. And I don't need an unnecessary tool, but for those of you who are not real skilled at it, you might want to purchase one of those. It might help your day. Okay, look at that. Wowee. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. Let me polish up my silver. By the way, this little silver polishing cloth I got at Walmart, and I'm telling you, it's made by Connoisseur, and it really does. I buy these often because I use them so much. But Connoisseur got it at Walmart. I'm sure you can find it online as well. I'll let you see that right there. Connoisseur silver jewelry polishing cloth. Love these. Love these. All right, guys, look at this. Oh, look how fun this is. I'm so excited. It's just an ode to spring. The Sea Sediment Imperial Jasper. This is the purple. The blue that they have is stunning as well. But you can find this on Etsy. You can find it Amazon. Fire Mountain may have some as well. But anyway, around it is an ode to spring with all those purple flowers I planted this week. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, comment, buy me a coffee. Doesn't matter. Just uh, communication is fantastic, and I so enjoy talking with you guys. It's so much fun. So I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.